listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly die, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
Shout out to the fan for all things Pelicans. You're now tuned to the Pelican Postgame Report. I'm Big Q chiming on this episode of PPR. We up in this thing. Much love to you guys. Appreciate you. The Pelicans, man, not so fortunate tonight. Just the injuries. We were without Zion Williamson tonight. And ultimately, the Pelicans couldn't get it done, man. So we'll flash into that live game presser as soon as we have an opportunity to see what's going on here. You know, what can I tell y'all, fam? It's a tough Saturday for black and gold people, for Pelican people. The Pelicans fall 126. Shorthanded Pelicans lose 126 to 111 to the Hawks, and it's just unfortunate. So we lost. All right, so what can I tell y'all, man? We only just kept to keep this thing going today. All of the stuff that the Pels were facing, of course, we knew with Zion. Zion had an issue with the reason why he couldn't play. He had stiffness. I think it was. I'm gonna have to bring up his injury report, but he had some. It's just a lot, man. Sometimes you get lost with everything that's going on with the godforsaken Pelicans at time, up and down and all around, man. But anyway, like I said, we'll go into the breakdown on this one, man. Stats wise, the Pelicans just got kind of ran on in that fourth quarter. They tried to make it competitive toward the back end, but really the second half belonged to the Hawks, and it was close at a while, but the Pelicans just couldn't put up enough offensive production to deal with them. A lot of breakdowns defensively speaking as the Pelicans fall to 3-4 right now. So, and of course we knew with that, we know that the Pelicans did add a guard to the mix. It wasn't Payton, Elfrid Payton. It was Jalen Norwell. We'll cover that in the broadcast today. But yeah, Zion had a hamstring issue. I think it was a hamstring issue. I wanted to say I'm gonna have to pull that injury report up. But anyway, man, just so much, man, with the Pelicans, man, and the Saints. I just finished doing the Saints broadcast not too long ago, and I got to sit here and talk shit about the Pelicans. Yeah, but it was a hamstring. He was ruled out with the game. Now, will he be ready for the matchup tomorrow? I don't know, man. Hamstring issue got him out of the day. Brandon Ingram was in there doing the best that he could do, and it just wasn't enough. Let's hit some of these team statistics, family, going into the broadcast here. The Pelicans, 39 of 90 tonight, 43.3%. The Hawks were shooting very well. They were 50 of 88. They shot almost 57% from the field. The Pelicans were 16 of 38 from downtown for 42%. Hawks were 15 of 36 for might as well say the same thing. Pelicans had 20 attempts. They were 7 of 20 from the foul line for 85% flat. The Hawks, the way they were shooting, 11 of 22 for the Hawks for almost 92% from the foul line. Pelicans did out rebound the Hawks 43-41. They had 18 offensive rebounds, the Pelicans today. Just not in a good effort. Assist game, Hawks won out when 29-22. They were doing a little bit more facilitation of the ball. They had double-digit steals on the Pelicans, 10-6. The blocks were even. Turnovers, Pelicans went from single digits, which were 8 turnovers last game, to 18 this game, 10 more turnovers, 24 points off or conceded by turnovers versus 16 turnovers by the Hawks with 19 points there. They beat the Pelicans 23-17 on the fast break. And then where it really hurt at, they demolished the Pelicans in the points of the paint. They demolished the Pelicans. They doubled. The Pelicans got more than doubled up, 66-32 in points in the paint. The Hawks really done it to the Pelican in that, and then a large lead, 25 versus the Pelicans 7. So it's just one of them situations of just bully in the paint type game for the Pelicans in this one, man. And what can I tell y'all, man? It's just it's just unfortunate. Anyway, let's move on to the individuals, man, for the matchup here. Brandon Ingram finished with 32 points in the game. BI gave him 32 on 30 minutes of action. 7 rebounds to go along with 10 assists, 1 steal and a block. He had 6 turnovers in the 30 minutes, but he's 12 of 19 from the field and hit 4 3-pointers. He was 4 of 8 from downtown and 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. Just not enough help, not enough defense. 19 points for Jordan Hawkins in 31 minutes. He was 7 of 18 from the field. He was 3 of 8 from downtown. He had 3 assists and 3 rebounds to go along, and he also had 4 turnovers in that game. So let's go to Willie Green. Here's Coach Willie Green.
Really started to take advantage offensively. It was just tough to get defensive stops, and it kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah, it starts with our ability to get some stops, but then it's just the turnovers. The live ball turnovers lead to transition opportunities, and we got to execute a bit better no matter who steps on the floor. But at the same time, I got so many different groups on the floor that are trying to get adjusted to playing with each other, and the effort was there. We competed, but our margin for error becomes small when you have that many guys out.
Along those lines, it had an eerie feeling of the Wednesday game in Golden State because your guys were really fighting and competing, especially in the paint, and the shots just weren't falling. You were about 40% that game and this game, especially hustling offensive rebounds and just not able to finish. That's just because you're leaving a lot of points out there.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. We're doing a good job of going after offensive rebounds. I mean, we had 18 tonight. We went 7 for 18. So we got to capitalize on those opportunities and just, not be as rushed, and just make sure if you got a layup, take it. If not, that's a great time to get a kick out 3. And some of our guys just rush some shots down there.
When Zion shows up with the right hamstring tightness, how does that decision get made that he's not going to play tonight?
It's a decision by our performance and medical team, and they're going to always do what's best for our players.
Do you know about tomorrow for him?
Not yet. I don't.
We talked about Brandon Ingram and upping his 3-point volume. Came in tonight taking more than 6. He got up 8 tonight. What have you seen from him just in the willingness, the comfortability, taking a lot of threes this year?
I love that he is staying with it. No matter what, that's going to make his life easy. When he can knock down threes, it opens up the paint. It opens up his ability to get to the free throw line. He'll still take some mid-range shots here and there because it's something that he does at an efficient level. But if he can get more rim and 3, it makes his life easier offensively, and it's really good to see him stick with that.
You kind of already talked about with guys being out. Some of the other guys are going to bear additional ball handling responsibility. Hawk, BI, combined for 10 turnovers.
Yeah.
Some of that's to be expected a little bit, but how, what kind of message do you have for them going into tomorrow if they're in a similar situation when it comes to ball security?
The biggest message with them and our group is, I'm always proud of our competitiveness overall and the way guys go out and play hard. But once again, when the margin becomes smaller when you have as many guys as we have out. And so there's going to be a few turnovers, but you got to minimize those opportunities. And when you have 18 and they score 24 points, it's going to be hard to win those games without the firepower that you need. And it's hard to win any game when you turn the ball over like that. So especially when you have guys out. So just we got to secure the ball. We got to run our offense and not have as many live ball turnovers, which leads to easy points for them.
And how was that one stretch where you had like, I think it was 4 where you turned over and it was a layup. So that what you kind of see during that one stretch?
Just sloppy. They turned up their pressure on us defensively, and we just gave the ball back to them. So, some of it is because of the different groups that we have in the game together. They have to be a bit better at, knowing what we're trying to run and being able to get to it. And then some of it is just us. We have to be stronger in those possessions.
Eves tonight just felt like went up against a veteran center there, and just how much of a learning experience for him, just like you talked about earlier about slowing down in those situations instead of trying to post up, maybe kick it back out and see what happens. What are you going to talk to him about in learning from tonight's game?
Yeah, he'll like you said, he'll continue to learn from these moments. He played against a veteran center. He can hold his own, but he'll continue to grow, learn, get better, and understand angles. He had kind of a drop-off dunk that he missed that he'll normally make, and it's a part of the learning curve for some of our young guys right now.
Willie, being without 5 major rotation pieces is obviously difficult. But how much added difficulties was it when you learned, maybe an hour and a half before game time that Zion wouldn't play? How much did that upset the balance?
Yeah, it adds to the adversity of the group right now. None of us like it. Our guys, they have injuries, they get hurt. I don't like it for them. But I'll continue to say it's opportunities for other guys. And, we get a chance to see what Brandon Boston can do. We get a chance to see Jamal Cain and Jordan Hawkins, Eves. So we're getting a chance early in the season to see what some of our young guys can do, and hopefully this momentum that they have will help us as we get whole.
Yeah, similar to Golden State tonight, Atlanta really like to blitz the screens, really put pressure on those. Do you have to, I guess, go back and look at the film, make an adjustment with like your release valves there? Is it a timing thing, or is it just more of a focus thing from the players where it's like to expect, okay, now that we are short ball handlers, teams are probably going to try to challenge us? What needs to kind of happen there?
Both, everything you said. Go over it on the floor. Make sure we understand that when we have as many guys as we have out, especially if BI has the ball, they're probably going to try to blitz him and take the ball out of his hands. Our bigs making themselves available pretty quickly. You got to make yourself available, make a sound pass to them, and then they're in rotations now. So if we just make a solid pass, we should get a quality look. So something that we'll continue to walk through.
Coach, as other people have alluded to, that your team is without, a lot of your top players, DeJounte Murray, C.J. McCollum, Zion Williamson tonight. His status, of course, tomorrow night is unknown at this time. Is there any frustration within the team, or what is the general mood of the team with the team missing a lot of your top players at this point?
Well, when the team is always going to be disappointed in a loss. These guys care. They care about the game. They want to go out and, give their best and give us an opportunity to win. But overall, we all understand the situation that we're in. And so we're staying together. The guys will continue to come in and play with joy. We'll compete. But other than that, when you just look at the game, losing the game, yeah, you're disappointed about that. But overall, this is going to make us a stronger team going through some adversity early.
Obviously, some of that stuff y'all can't control, like somebody falls on her shoulder.
Yeah.
DeJounte breaks his hand, but I guess what kind of conversations are y'all having about injury prevention? I guess you always talk about control, but you can't control. I guess what are y'all able to do in that area to try to, stop some of this stuff from happening?
Like you said, they happen. They happen all around the NBA, and whatever guys can do to try to prevent it, they do. But other than that, really out of my control in terms of what happens with injuries. Nobody likes it, but it's a part of the game.
Well, what was it like seeing Dyson and Larry on the other team?
Look, I said it earlier. We're grateful for Dice and Larry, what they meant here, their years here in New Orleans. Their teammates, high character individuals. their families, what they meant to this organization, what they meant to the community. And, you know, it sucks that they got to win here on our home floor, but, you know, ultimately we want to see them have, you know, a healthy and long career. Okay, thank you.
All right, that's Willie there, man. And we'll kind of bring that back when we get finished with the breakdown. But DC, shout out to you, brother. Appreciate y'all for being in the live. I see all y'all, man. Appreciate y'all being up. Well, it's not late, but it feel like it's
It
late.
feel late, right?
Yeah, it does feel late, bro, with the time switch. So big ups to you guys. Appreciate y'all being in the stream. Much love. Please do us a service by sharing the broadcasts on social media. Also, feel free to hit the like button if you're not a sub, man. Hit the sub button. Difficult times for both sides. Let me finish up the individual statistics, DC. Then I'll give you the floor for your breakdown, my brother. All right, here go the rest
Just
of it.
make
Like,
sure you make sure you keep the main thing, the most important thing,
which is
that we podcast with joy. Okay?
that's absolutely right. Let me give you a round of applause for that, DC. Shout out to you, brother. We podcasting with absolute.
I have a lot of compassion for you, and I had to be mindful of that.
That appreciate
Right.
that, DC. That
Right.
sir, that's a buck. Keeping the buck. All right, let's get right to it, man. All right, so here we go here with the rest of the stats. Jordan Hawkins, where I left off, man, was 19 points in 31 minutes of action, 7 of 18 from the field. He was 3 of 8 from downtown, finished with 3 assists and 3 rebounds for Jordan Hawkins, man, in the matchup. And then, of course, you look at the other scores there. We've seen without Zion Williamson, they put Javonte Green in the game. He finished with 3 points in 24 minutes, 2 rebounds, and assists and a steal. He looked kind of lost there. 9 points for Jose Alvarado in 29 minutes, 3 of 12 from the field, was 1 of 7 from downtown. But Jose had 7 assists, 3 rebounds in the matchup. Then, of course, you look at Yves Amisi. He had 4 points in 26 minutes, 2 of 6 from the field, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block for Yves. And then off the bench, is seeing the Pelicans, you know, in where they are in terms of all the injuries early on. It gives them an opportunity to see some of these players who they have on the depth chart. And I'm most impressed with some of these players, like Brandon Boston, who played 30 minutes tonight. Man. 14 points for Brandon
just
Boston.
Made three layups, man. We really be talking about him, man. Yeah, three easy ones, right? But the moves to get to the goal was so nasty. He just couldn't complete them, man.
Love the pickup. 4 out of 10 from the field. He was 1 of 3 from downtown, 5 of 6 from the foul line tonight for Brandon Boston. He finished with 4 assists and 5 boards. And then 14 points for Jamal Cain. In 18 minutes, Jamal had 14 points, 4 of 7 from the field. He was 3 of 5 from downtown, 3 of 4 from the foul line, 3 rebounds to go along with him. And he was +9. So, you know, he did his thing as well. And then we had the rest of the guys that kind of threw in a few points. 7 from Tice, got dunked on by Larry Nance. But he finished with 7 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Larry flexed on him. I seen that, Larry. Shame on you, Larry, doing them like that. 6 points from JRE. And
thought he was gonna turn into the SpongeBob character, like that meme Larry had.
Man, Larry got up there and dunked on that boy. 25 points from JRE. 2 out of 8 from the field. He was 2 of 3 from
He
downtown.
started very well, man, and then I don't know what happened.
6 points, 7 boards, 2 assists for him as well. And then, of course, outside of that, nothing else. 3 points from Antonio Reeves. And then we got to look at Jalen Noel, which is a player that we picked up here. And then just to hit this up, and of course, and this happened, I think early. Well, it happened yesterday, I want to say. The Pelicans agreed to a deal with Jalen Noel agrees to a deal with the Pelicans on Saturday. So he joins the Pelicans team.
I wonder if they knew Zion was hurt, right?
Probably
that's
so.
what that was, yeah. You know?
Well, they get a point guard, DC, and this guy is not a bad player, man. This guy can actually play, but he got a few minutes tonight, and perhaps he can help the Pelicans out on some of the stuff they got going on. So anyway, feel free, fam, to dive in. We also have Lex.
You know what I don't understand, Q. Like, you signed him, right? He's a vet. It's like, man, play him. We needed a point guard bad. like my man Stacy here pointed out, you know, that was a flagrant 2 on Matthews that hit on Jose. After Jose got hit, he you know, he wasn't really right after that, man. That shit hurt. And that was a big part of the implosion to me. Like not having a point guard, BI got in foul trouble. You know, they took him out for that long stretch during the third. And then for whatever reason, when he came back in, they started blitzing. And the Pelicans, you know, just had like 4 turnovers back to back to back. Willie Green called a timeout at least after the second one, bro. Come up with a better plan for how to, you know, get the ball to him in his spots. At least, like, this game, like, although I thought in the end, once I saw Trey really didn't get it going in the first half and he started to come alive in the second half, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a tough one to win. We still could have been in this game all the way to the end. There was no reason for us to get, you know, let them go up, what was it, like 120 to 100 in the fourth quarter? Like, nah, we could have did better than that. But, you know, we was without a lot of our guys, and it would have took some real good coaching, which, you know, we didn't have.
Yeah, we got to improve. He got to.
This is a winnable game, though, Q. Or at least we could have stayed in until the end and had a chance.
We got close, man.
I wouldn't have been mad at him for losing, but losing like this, man, it's just never acceptable, man. You can't lose like this.
Right. All right, Lex. 126, 111 Pelicans go down. What are your thoughts?
Shoot, I mean, with games like this is when coaching really matters. When having creativity and imagination and knowing your personnel, it really matters. You know,
true that.
I've seen teams that don't have their stars out there, but ball movement and player movement can still win ball games. It can. It really can. But you have to, you know, just position guys. I know guys were out. Hey, there's quite a few guys around the league that are out on their prospective teams. But and we can use that as an excuse, but this was a winnable game. It was boring, but it was winnable. You know, I thought I would love to see the Pelicans, because like I said, you know, I always go back to it. You know, energy is something that you can't measure. So the thing is, you can come out with as much energy as you possibly can. And I just kind of felt like, I was like, okay, the Hawks are playing at this type of energy level. It's like the Pelicans, okay, we're going to play at that level too. And it worked for both teams. You know what I'm saying? It worked. But it's like, I would love to see the Pelicans like just come out and exceed the energy levels of the opponent team right off top and set that measuring stick. I would love to see that. We haven't seen that yet. We've seen them match it or play under that level of the opponent team, but we never see them exceed it. Like, we're going to set the bar. And I say that because anybody can do that. You don't have to have your stars out there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You all are all pros. You know what I'm saying? So you can come out with that level. And I just felt like they were playing just enough. Like, the Hawks are playing here, so we're going to play here. Like, no. Look, they're expecting, they know that Brandon's the only one out there. Zion is out. They know this too. Why don't you do that element? Because a lot of times when players that they expect to play, when they're not in the game or they're not playing at all, they usually play down to the competition. I would have used that. Use that to your advantage. Like, oh, okay, yeah. They kind of, you know, just, you know, cruising right now. element of surprise. Go out there and shock them. Because let me tell you something. You can't. Everybody does not have that switch. Everybody doesn't have that switch. So the thing is that if that switch isn't already on, it's hard to and you have that team on their heels. It's hard to get back in the game and get back into a groove and get into a rhythm, because you came out and you just like, no, we're setting the bar as far as the energy of this game. We know that Zion's not playing. Brandon's the only true starter that's out here. We are going to come out and we're just gonna shock you. And really, that usually takes like the first few minutes. You know what I'm saying? To just kind of do that. But, I just kind of felt like the energy could have been a whole lot better. Because it just, I don't know, it kind of had a scrimmage type feel to it. I don't know if anybody else felt like that. But, that's just the way that it felt for me. But, I mean, it was definitely a winnable game. It definitely shouldn't have been like, this shouldn't have been a blowout. Not a blowout.
All right. Shout out to Milton. The truth is we're simply out, man. Thank you, Milton, for the super chat. Thank you. All right. Much love for the fam, man. And it's just, yeah. Shout out to Mr. O as well.
Ain't nobody trying to play with no daggone joy, man. This is basketball. That is not a competitive word, man.
Lex, this is a children's game. Like you
I'm
said.
happy.
No,
I'm happy to play
Christmas
basketball.
is not until another month. You can have joy on Christmas. Ain't nobody trying to have joy when they play basketball.
It's Christmas time.
I mean, come on, man. We still gotta get to Thanksgiving.
You gonna have to, every time Willie Green say that, you gonna have to pull up that Frankie Beverly and Maze, bro.
What's that?
Play that joy and pain.
I have never, in all my years playing basketball, I have never heard
it's like sunshine.
Hold on, DC.
Lex.
My bad, Lex.
Like what?
I had too much joy. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine going to the park with your boys and everything, and they coming up to you and saying, "Hey guys, let's play with joy." Like, what, dog? Get off the court. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's be happy we're here.
Ain't nobody out here trying to play with joy.
I'm gonna sit this one out, player, and I'm gonna pick my five when y'all lose.
We ain't trying. Hey, don't be calling no fouls out here. Are you for real?
That is kind of uncomfortable.
Don't call no fouls when we at the park, man. Ain't nobody trying to understand that. That's the same thing with that joy stuff. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, Lex, you got a point on that, because I might have to sit that game out my damn self.
Yeah.
But that's not a comfortable sound going on over there.
It's not. That's kind of weird. Look, I can see guys like, dog, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you talking about joy?
The way they were imploded, I thought maybe this was part of I think this is the last piece of the trade. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there you go. Yeah. See, this is what you want after a loss. You got to be happy.
Lex is like, what?
You got to have joy.
and joy and pain.
It's okay.
Like sunshine and rain.
It's like sunshine and rain, yeah. See, Willie just talk about the joy part, but he don't talk about the pain. See, when you got too much joy, them losses going to be a pain in your ass after a while.
And see, look, and this is
joy last game.
This is what we get for dealing with all that junk. Is this right here? See, ain't nobody.
Hold on, I got that guy. Hold on, here you go, Sean. Take that. There you go. I got that guy. I keep that on tap for that guy right there. We should hear from Tasha in just a second, because she knows she coming. So sooner or later we're gonna see Tasha.
Who in the chat plays basketball? Y'all go to.
That's how I be looking every time I see
Wimbenjama. Who in the chat plays basketball with joy? Raise your hand. I'm just.
I have a lot of joy after we win.
Okay, I'm talking about when you're playing basketball. So after the game and you've won, you're not playing basketball, are you?
When I make like a good move and I have like that devious smile on my face, is that considered playing?
Are you being serious, Sean? You play with joy?
Basketball is
Okay.
a happy sport. It's supposed to be happy, right? You out there, you're having fun. I think that's Willie's
Man,
internalizing it. But he's
I
he,
went.
he but he's devoid of aggressive words, as you notice, Lex. He
Let me
don't
tell you
say play
something.
with violence. He says force. He don't say
Oh, my
any
man, he's
aggressive terminology, which is at times problematic because he's quite reserved. He's
So
quite
listen up,
reserved.
y'all. Look, I went to a clinic today, right? I
trying to
went to
say
a
he
clinic
played with
today,
joy, Lex.
and
He
the
had his hand
coach
raised.
was getting on this girl because she was smiling too much. Stop smiling out here on my court.
That's a mean
Everybody else,
coach.
nobody else was smiling. She the only one, and she was getting done too. Okay, so
Oh yeah, that's
who
kind of
was
crazy.
happy and playing with joy?
I was about to say, because they be having some
Because
people, they be
that
hooping with a
y'all
smile on their face,
y'all be
Lex,
getting done.
catching bodies and everything.
Y'all be getting done on the court, smiling and stuff. Come on, man.
Hold up, Q. We got another song too.
Uh-oh.
Tasha.
What you cooking over there?
Tasha said, "Play Anita Baker. You bring me joy."
I actually like some Anita.
Hey, pull your boy picture back up, Q. Pull
Don't
your boy
pull
picture
up
back up.
Anita though.
We gotta let Lex sing that one. Lex could sing that. She is sing that
Nah,
Anita
I'm
Baker.
not singing nothing about joy.
Hey Tasha,
Man.
here you go, Tasha. Thank you very much for
Maybe
that.
in
Say, Q. That's how I look anytime Wembanyama shoot threes over going to the paint. That's how I be looking at the TV.
Well, he's just trying
You
to
7'5". What you doing?
He's just trying to show his versatility.
I don't think so. I think he still got some holes in his game. He got to fill. I think he a couple of years away from being where we think he's gonna
nobody
be.
says that about KD, and KD's 7 foot. He a sniper out there.
Nah, but it looked different.
It looked different.
It do.
That's what Willie listened to after the game is over with.
Goodness gracious.
Say, Willie, what the game plan is? Put that Anita.
Oh yeah, we're gonna play with joy. We're gonna play with joy today.
Songs or something.
8, 9
Joy
minutes.
to the world.
You know, down the stretch there, we're kind of got away from
Just turnovers.
Well, let's hit somebody who play with violence.
And that started like the stretch of turnovers we had. And,
Did he get in a fight with anybody
just ran
tonight?
out with that lead. Made a big run.
Nah, he was yapping at somebody today. I forgot who it was though.
Yeah, I mean, with so many creators, offensive creators out, just what are like the key points for just generating good offense?
I think I was just trying to get a lot of paint touches tonight. Me personally, a lot of early, quick passes off the drives to the wing. I think just when you have so many guys out, you just try to play team basketball when you're missing a guy like Zion and all the other guys you're missing. So just try to go out there and compete. Just try to play a good brand of basketball. I don't think we did that today. So.
Just how much of a challenge is it for you just with your style of play to add on it just the amount of ball handling you're doing right now with the shortage of guards you guys have?
I mean, it's just something you're asked of as a guard, period. So I'm happy to be able to do that, be able to create my own shot. It's a big thing for me. I think that's a big thing going down the line for me if I want to take that next step. So I'm just gonna work on it as much as possible. I can see I'm getting better at it. I had one miss slip up. I was just playing with the ball too much, lost the ball. I got to try to limit stuff like that, just get quick into my move and try to get to my spot. So
it really seemed like it got away from y'all in that fourth quarter when y'all had like the 4 straight possessions with a turnover. What did you see during that stretch?
Like I said, the turnovers.
I didn't see a timeout.
Really killed us during that stretch, and they played a good brand of basketball. I don't think we played a good brand of basketball. I think it was a lot of bad. We didn't play good today. I just think that's not even today. Just
that's bad when you don't even know what it's a lot of.
Execute. I think that's the right word to say. We didn't execute well.
He wanted to say it, and then he felt like he was gonna be lying.
How much are you kind of seeing just finish around the basket becoming more?
You better watch your mouth.
I mean, it's definitely a very important part of my game, just to have it. I mean, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, so you're not gonna see me down there a lot. But when I can, I just be able to finish around the big guys and the pick and rolls, and where I have a free lane, I can use my athleticism a little bit. So yeah.
teams are really going to try to test you off those screens. They're going to try to blitz you. They're going to try to trap you, especially because they know you're a threat to shoot as well. Just what do you have to do to kind of make the adjustment when teams are throwing that at you? And are there any players that you like to watch or emulate when it comes to those situations?
I love watching Devin Booker. Devin Booker's one of my favorite players forever. There's Zach LaVine for sure. I told him when we played him, he was one of my favorite players. I used to watch B.I. growing up as well. So if they start blitzing me, I think that would be a good thing for the team because we have B.I. and Z in the back, and we'll have Trey, and we have Giannis. So that'd be real good. Open up all for them. So hopefully they do that.
Is there anything particular like a guy like Booker or LaVine does well when they face that kind of pressure?
Well, it's hard. I think it's real hard to blitz when you're coming off that dribble handoff. So they're really good in dribble handoffs, the pitch back. Steph Curry as well. I love watching him. So playing off that dribble handoff, off the pitch back, if they try to blitz you, get it right back, it's really hard to blitz that. So yeah.
Just obviously saw Larry joking with you coming in, but what was it like having those former teammates back in the building? And what were your impressions of their interaction with the team during the game?
Larry was my vet last year. I always tell people that. Like, I love Larry to death. I love Dyson. It was special to have Larry as my vet as my rookie year because he's just such a good guy. Like, he's one of the best guys you'll meet. Like, even he gave me a gift of Kobe's. Like, Kobe was one of my favorite players growing up. The little thing he wore on his fingers, he gave me one of Kobe's that he wore in games. So, like, Larry, that's my dog. Like, he's a good guy, and I can text him to this day, ask him any question, and he'll give me great advice. So.
George, it's obviously a next man up mentality whenever a player goes down, but what is it like? You're just 7 games in, 5 of the top guys are out. Like, what's your thought process? What kind of mentality? I mean, what do you think about?
Preparation, these opportunities. Just gotta think like that. I guess have this opportunity to go hoop,
like that,
play freer than I would with other guys. So I'm gonna go out there and try to take advantage as much as possible. So
it's not even like a shock to the system at all, just seeing something so unusual.
It's obviously like a shock, but me personally, I'm going in every game knowing I'm gonna try to kill. So appreciate y'all.
All right, that's Hawk, man. Shout out to Hawk, man. We'll see who they got triumphed up at the podium. Much love, All World Trucker. Say, hey guys, just came from the game, and I am effed up. LOL weekend was bit, but I'm about to call it a night. Hey QI, he said.
You had Cash Money, Master P giving Wayne the award and Hot Boys reunion and all that.
Yeah, he said, hey Q, I know I asked a lot, but in my day with cleanup, man. God bless y'all all. Yes, sir. Appreciate the super chat, my brother. Appreciate that. And here's the cleanup man.
I'm praying, but I'm the cleanup man. He'll sweep your girlfriend off her feet. The reason I know so much about him is because he's moved up an old girl of mine. Swept her right off her feet and into the jag.
Right, Zion getting funky on him right
The
quick,
last
man.
part with the legs always get me, bro.
That dude getting funky with them legs, DC.
The legs, and then the random hand come back down and up back down. What type of dance that is, man?
I don't. The dude dancing in his work clothes. DC shit. He got off from the plant. He dancing in his work clothes. He was getting
his
down.
blouse on and still had his work pants on.
No, he had the work shirt on. He didn't want to get the emblem on there. So they say, man, I go and change. But he lived too far. So they said, man, listen, we just gonna catch your legs dancing. Okay, well, here you go. Yeah, so yeah, he bust that move, man. But Zion, you seen Zion, DC? Zion, that was his career before he started with the Pelicans. Zion was getting funky on there, boy.
Yeah,
all right, but anyway, a little silliness for the fam, man, as we keep it going, man. But listen, DC, we got
that. She said, "Look at Zion twisting and gyrating like that." Oh man. Y'all silly, man.
All right, so DC, quick turnaround tomorrow, 8:30, another late game here, man, because of the election coming up. The NBA staggered a lot of games for tomorrow and 8:30 tip-off time, which means a late recap stream tomorrow. They got Portland, a team we split with early on. Now, DC, since we've seen Portland, they played 4 games. They won 1 out of those 4 games since they were able to beat the Pelicans.
What game did they win, Q?
Well, let me pull them up here. I'll show you, bro, because I was looking at their schedule, and since the Pelicans matchup, they basically went 1-4. So here it is. They lost to Sacramento after 2 days after beating the Pelicans. They beat. Well, hold on. I'm sorry.
They beat us in the Clippers.
Hold on here. They went here. You're going this way. They lost to the Sacramento Kings 111-98. Then went close with the Clippers and beat them 106-105. Then dropped 2 against OKC, who ran them out of the building, and they lost by 6 to Phoenix. So those are some tough teams. Now they got New Orleans, followed by a trip to San Antonio for Sean and Tasha. So they'll be looking at Wemby and Paul after us, 3 days after us. So let's kind of look at that matchup. Can the Pelicans turn around and get the victory here, man?
And we are last in the standings in our division, Q. Some people were asking that. I went and looked it up, and we are definitely in last place.
Well, that's the match. We twins with the Saints. So there you go. So I guess that energy travels. So let's get into the breakdown.
Where's our Mike Thomas? I think we need a Mike Thomas for the Pelicans.
Mike Thomas letting them have it on X. That's for certain. And I'll let Carr have it on the post game.
He ain't said nothing wrong. You know what I hate about that post game, man? Olave got hurt, bro, and Carr's still up there trying to convince us he didn't make a mistake. Just say you're sorry, bro.
No, bro.
Throwing the damn pass. He's trying to justify it. Man, this dude crazy as hell.
Nah, he just non-accountable, and that's the problem with that team. But anyway, we're not worrying about what the Saints got going on, because we'll see what happened with Dennis Allen tomorrow. Mickey Loomis is a moron, so he probably will keep him. But I'm looking forward to him being fired tomorrow. You can't win 7 games. You have to look
past the result.
Oh, hold on now. Hold on now. God damn it. I make these calls around here, some bitch. I'm going to tell you something. But anyway, the Portland and the Pelicans, what happens here?
Go ahead, Lex. You got it.
Lex, you all right, baby? Lex frozen, man.
No, I'm still.
We didn't say nothing about the Ravens, so she wasn't feeling all that Saints talk.
Lex sitting there frozen. You all right, Lex? Lex.
IDK. IDK. You know what I'm saying? Look, in this game against Portland, you're gonna be without Herb and CJ. I say them because they were playing in Portland, right? Both of them were playing. So you don't have them, and you know, it's a possibility that you won't have Zion. We don't know. Again, IDK.
That's true too. We don't know about
another
Zion.
thing is, I don't know if Willie has learned from the losses, because we all know that you learn the most when you lose against a team. But I don't know if he knows how to counter that, especially with all the other guys out. So it's hard to say with this game. I know it's a home game, but it's just hard to say. I don't know. I don't know. DC, help me out.
Anthony Simons, Lex, that is the key. We can't let him torch us. If we're able to slow him down,
along with Jeremy Grant,
he can't. Come on, Lex. We're talking about the Pelicans here. You know, you got to pick.
Hey, I mean, he was.
They ain't gonna slow down both of them.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got to take one out.
It wasn't just Anthony Simons. He's not hurt, is he? Because I think he got.
He been playing. He been playing.
He came back.
He good.
Oh, okay. Well, I know
And
he went
he
down for a
played
little
good
bit. I
even
guess
in
he
their
was
losses.
for a little bit.
But
Yeah,
really, I mean, with Zion out, man, I feel you. It's a little bit, I don't know, because like just how I was opening it up talking about, I think ultimately without Zion, that's like another person that can kind of handle the ball and be a facilitator that you're missing. And
go down
we didn't replace that. And also, yeah, the pain points, obviously. But so how you gonna score in the paint more? And how are you gonna get help getting into sets, which have been a problem? I mean, if you're the Blazers, you're gonna look at how you beat the Pels, and then you're gonna look at Atlanta did some of the same thing tonight, and the Warriors did the same thing. So it's like they're gonna get a heavy dose of what we saw tonight again. So what are the Pels going to do to make an adjustment and counter that? So I get you why you're saying you don't know, because you really don't have
don't
hope
know.
or trust
You know
in us fixing what we know the issue is. So
yeah.
I
And
get
plus, one thing, like Portland's may not be very talented. They may be a rebuilding team, but they still come out and play with energy. So that's a huge concern because both games that we played at their spot, they came out with the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they didn't make any changes. They still came out. The only difference was towards the end of the game, they kept their foot on the pedal, on the gas. And they didn't let up off of it like they did game 1 in Portland. That was the only difference. That was the only difference. So definitely Pelicans got to find a way to I say match, but I'd like them to exceed. We need to go to the highest, pinnacle when it comes to energy playing against teams. But they got to come out with the right energy. And then the other thing is ball movement and player movement. When you don't have a guy like Zion who has that gravity to get shooters open,
it changes everything.
Yeah, it does change everything, but not all hope is lost because you still have guys who can move. You move the ball and you move your bodies. That's the hardest thing to guard. That's why that's pushed and talked about so much. Ball movement and player movement is hard to guard. Very hard to guard. The defense can't get set. So that's what I would definitely go to if I were Willie Green. But you also have to have creative sets to do that. You know what I'm saying? Which is something that he doesn't have down. So that right there is a huge concern because if you're without your main guys, it's hard to incorporate those things and instill those things the next day when you have a game.
Yeah.
AC.
Well, ultimately, man, as you're looking at Brandon Ingram, that's how much he has, Stacey. 32, 7, 2 tonight. If BI can continue to play the way he's playing, I think we headed in the right direction, but I don't know who else we have as a point guard. When Jose goes out and asking him to bring the ball up, I don't like that. I actually like how I see BI when they got other people bringing the ball up and you let him get in a comfortable position and then you get him the ball. Obviously you would like him to run more creative sets and plays, but this is the Pelican postgame report. We're gonna be realistic here because we know they ain't about to run Golden State, sets. I wish I could see it too, Lex, but
yeah,
it ain't happening.
And they were running some beautiful sets. I'm sorry. I be looking at other teams, what they running, and I'm like, that was so beautiful. Oh, the Pelicans.
Right. I mean, I'm just happy seeing pick and rolls and consistent screens now, and not only dribble handoff. So,
Get some stagger screens out there. You know, some flare screens and
It is elementary, man. What he doing, man? It's a base.
It
It's
is.
probably the
It's
most basic
not
offense in the game,
not
man.
professional basketball.
Is that
It's not
Borrego's game? Is
fun.
that Willie Green's
No,
interpretation of
that's Willie
I think
Borrego?
Green. We've
Borrego
seen
stuff is too
Borrego when he's
complex
at the head, man. Yeah, I think
for
that's
him
Willie.
to try to take it and Willie Green got to draw up the plays and do it.
Yeah, he
Borrego
does.
basically has to sit in the driver's seat to do his thing. That's what
Yes,
what I think it is, bro.
the driver's
Yeah.
seat's the head coach position, DC.
Right. Because I mean, how weird would it look? Willie Green is the head coach, but what we call ATOs and shit, Borrego is in the drawing up plays for him and talking to everybody.
Well, you know what?
How that's gonna look?
But some
This
coaches
ain't
do
football,
that, though.
man. You know.
Go ahead,
Some
Lex. What you
coaches
saying?
do that.
Who do that?
Mike with
Mike
Sacramento,
Malone?
he does that. No, not
What's
Mike
it?
Malone. What is his
Mike
name?
Brown?
Yes, Mike Brown. He does that. He did
He
that at
does?
Cleveland.
Well, I
Yes.
gotta pay attention more. I didn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too. I know
yeah.
that.
Look, he motivates and does like I think he's more defense, but he lets you always see that guy have the clipboard and he writes up a play. But some coaches do that. I don't
But
understand
does
why you
Mike he calls the play though? Like I mean, and he tells the players to play. I'm saying like you sitting in the timeout and the other coach is talking to all 5 of the players and telling them how you want the play ran and what they're gonna do. Mike let that guy do that. That's what you're saying, or he just give him the play.
No, like I mean, I'm not in the huddle. I don't know what they talk about or anything, but they come together, right? And he has a guy next to him that's drawing up the plays.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. But I mean, he's still like right there.
It might
It's
sound
like,
like
all
he's
right,
smart
guys,
as
let's
hell.
get
If
it
you know
done. Let's
that's
get it done. You know, I mean, I don't understand why you can't delegate. I mean, you're still the head coach. That's why you have like defensive coaches and other assistant coaches that work on different things.
right.
Just like with Corey Brewer, he's a developmental coach. You know what I'm saying? All the coaches on your staff have something that makes them valuable to the coaching staff, right? Is that correct?
That's true.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
specialize in certain things. Yes.
But I think the
Exactly.
problem.
So
I think there's one simple problem. Willie Green plays with joy, and James Borrego coaches with violence. So
and that's why there's a
it's
clash.
a conflict in ideology.
Yeah, it's always been a clash though.
Come on, guys, you got to go out there and play with joy. Then you give James Borrego the clipboard. I want you to rip their heads off, and I want you to fight. It's a
Because check
conflict
this
in
out.
ideologies.
Look, didn't Borrego get animated in preseason practice?
Yeah.
He got animated and they had to hold him back. So he was really pissed off. We've never heard anything like that with Willie Green. He's not doing that type stuff.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
why
you don't
Griffin
have
picked
to
on
do
him.
most
Lex.
You don't think it could be a situation where maybe it happened and we didn't see it?
No, they talked about all
The
that
camera,
stuff.
you don't
I
have the
would
camera
say
on them all the time.
exactly. We didn't see Borrego do that, but they were talking
I
about
mean, I
it.
didn't see Borrego talking to guys before, but never like the whole team, the starting 5 that's out there. I didn't see that.
I don't know, man. This is just this game was boring. I mean, I don't know. It had, going through the motions type things. I'm pretty sure they were going hard, but I don't know. But
Borrego's all right.
I know on NBA TV they were like,
Yelling at
look,
people and
with a
shit.
lot of guys out, they were just saying the Pelicans just need to try to stay at 500. Just try to stay at 500.
I
I
think they're
think
gonna
that
do
should
that.
be the goal.
I think they're gonna do that. I mean, even though we got a lot of people missing,
IDK.
you don't know.
I don't know. Like in these type of situations, like you really have to.
I mean, the way we run our offense, it seems to
know?
be very player specific. Like it's the sets. I guess that they were going to run. Like you saw a major difference when DeJounte wasn't there, you know, and you had BI and Brandon, and they kind of got something going last game, you know, was able to win. And then like you got this game, not Zion not there. So it's like you got to play another way again. It's so many spots where we've been forced to adjust like drastically from game to game, and we know that ain't our coach's strong suit. So
No.
if we can hit
he's
a
mastered
patch of
playing a
stability.
different way each night. Even with having everybody available, he's mastered playing a different way each night. Think about that.
Who you saying Willie has mastered?
Yeah.
He's mastered
a different way. Yeah.
Well, why we lost?
Huh?
He ain't master enough.
When you master something, you usually be real good at it.
That's the problem is everybody else is a
I
master.
didn't say he's winning. I didn't say that.
So he's mastered. He's mastered being inconsistent. Basically,
I heard exactly
different
what she
ways.
said.
No, he is not. He has mastered having the team play different ways each night. Like nothing is really the same. That's why it's like one thing. Even when Zion is out there, guys are standing around. They're standing in the corners. There's all it's basically ISO ball at its best. Like, no, you don't want that. Even when you have your star out there, you still want ball movement. Even when Steph is out there, think about this. You all talk about modeling the Golden State Warriors, right?
They ain't touch that flower life offense.
But listen, even with Steph, they still play the same way. Why? Because
philosophy,
they master,
identity.
Yes, it's ball movement and player movement. And that's what the problem with this team is. Nobody else is moving. Guys are just standing around.
I like to disagree, Lex.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let's hear it, DC.
They move a lot on defense.
I know
that is our identity.
Did I say okay?
Let me go ahead and put DC music on for that one. DC deserves his music for that one.
What's the goal
That's
of
our
the game?
identity.
Can anybody in the chat tell me what is the goal of basketball? We're gonna have a quiz here.
Switch all to your dime.
What is the goal
That's
of basketball?
what we is, bro.
Do what? To get what?
Break it down, Lex.
Come on. To get the basketball in the
hoop.
Wow.
Can I give myself a clap for that?
Yes, you can. Yeah, okay, fine. And how do you outscore? By getting the ball in the what?
In the hoop.
Yes. You score the ball.
Can I get another clap?
We could score the ball after we get a steal.
Okay. We're not always getting
DC, we playing American basketball, brother, not Jamaican style
basketball.
basketball.
Always stopping anyone. Who did they stop tonight? Man, look, let me tell you something. Risa Sher, he had like his best game. He hasn't been playing well, and he had his best game tonight. The number 1 draft pick. He has not had good games. Okay. And his best game was tonight. Not only that, listen. Why was he giving Brandon problems? Like, why did he steal the ball from Brandon? This dude's been struggling. Come on, man. Don't let him do that to you. Don't let him do that to you. He's been struggling. I'm just saying.
Lex, that made me a little sad. Can I kind of pick my spirits up?
Yeah, bring some joy on the panel, Q. Come on.
All right, I'm lift my spirits up. Man. I'm sad now.
This song too slow.
Go DC. DC had to laugh at that shit. DC a talented brother, man. Don't let him fool you. He ain't fooling me, Willie.
How did he make green army pants match with a red shirt?
DC, that brother got earth colors on. Let's stop hating.
Nah, those are Christmas colors.
That's what?
Christmas colors.
In the heart of America. There we go.
Oh, I never. That might be his
All
building.
right.
He got the same colors in the background. He got
All
the red,
right. Shout out to DC, man. That made me feel
I
better.
thought he
All
was
right.
homeless.
Shout out to
Maybe he's
DC.
not. That might
I
be his
wasn't
Why
son.
he
trying to make
homeless?
you
He's sitting
feel
by a
crappy,
house and the kid running around him.
That might be
Don't
his.
say
That
that.
ain't, that ain't his kid.
I was
That made me happy.
actually smiling and laughing, when I was talking about all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
You did. That's why I gave myself a round of applause because you were breaking the game down. I had to say, Lex, can I get a clap? He's
I
like,
mean, it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
that much breaking down. Those are just
Shit, that's
straight
more
up,
than Willie doing.
those are the basics, man.
Shit, that's complex. That's a complex offense you was talking about right there based on what the hell Willie doing. I mean, everything is basic. It is as basic as you can get with Willie with a lot of this stuff, man.
Our offensive identity is play with force.
No, it's with joy.
I'm tired of that word.
Force of joy.
This is not Star Wars, man.
I was mistaken too, Lex. I had to tell you in DC this. I was very mistaken. The joy word is not taken off the wall. It's still up there.
I could have told you that.
I was hoping force would be put back up there. That's
Togetherness is up there.
It's still up there. Togetherness is still up there.
I don't think togetherness
These words are just so
horrible.
Yes, they are horrible.
Joy is a lot.
Those are terrific words. They just you don't use them in basketball.
No, all this in the realms of basketball, they're horrible. That's what I'm talking about.
Willie done left the podium.
Words,
Peaceful.
What did you say, Big Q? What you say?
Willie got up and left the podium after we said that. He just got up and left.
I don't blame him. I mean, can he keep walking?
I didn't hear nothing he said after Joy. Anyway.
I'm saying just keep walking and don't stop.
So I'm going to ask again about this tomorrow matchup.
2, 3,
what we got going on. 2, 3 mindfulness. That's funny. Okay, once again, before we get ready to end the stream, we're gonna be back here tomorrow. PPR. And y'all help me out too in the chat. What do you guys think? One more time. Lex, I don't know. Right. It's a lot of question marks. Design play. I think the next game is on the 6th. After this Portland matchup, the following game is on the 6th. So if Zion dealing with these hamstring issues, I would probably anticipate him not playing here in tomorrow's matchup. We'll see. And Willie did say in the post presser that was a decision by the medical staff, which is pretty much David Griffin.
But wait, this the one time. This the one time I can't beat him up about sitting Zion because of what they're saying he got. If it's true, they say he had hamstring tightness. That ain't nothing to play with. Especially for him. And the last time he was severely hurt, that's what we lost him to for a long time. So if he did have a tight hamstring, I think it's actually smart to at least sit him out game 1 of a back-to-back. And if he's fine, he go tomorrow.
All right, give Octopus a shout out. Then DC said that you just gave
him no damn shout out.
No.
All right, I'm gonna take him off the screen, and there you go.
Do. I ain't never giving him a shout out.
Yeah.
All right.
We gotta win 60+ games multiple times, and I reverse course on him.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask for a call here. A yay or nay? Do the Pelicans win tomorrow? Lex, DC.
IDK.
Now you can't say I don't know, Lex.
You gotta say yes or no.
That's right. Don't be like DC.
Well, tell.
Just go with the matchup indicator.
Before 2 hours before the game, if Zion's playing, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, that was late.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this question: which side are you leaning to? Can't get away from that one.
You see the matchup prediction thing.
Are you leaning with the matchup?
That's for gambling purposes.
Lex don't want to make a call, man. She don't want to make a call.
Look, I'll make a call. I mean,
come on.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
I thought you was actually making a call.
She think about it all.
Nah, I mean, look. Obviously, you want the Pelicans to win, but Portland's got the Pelicans figured out.
There you go, Tasha. I'll put it up. It sounds nasty.
What? That's nasty.
What's it called? Fermented pineapple juice.
Did he see? Like she got experience.
I thought. I don't know.
Go ahead, Lex. We listening to you. We trying to figure it out. What you got?
Oh no! I answered it. Like I just feel like with everything that I pointed out, before, they're probably not going to get it because I'm looking at the energy. They know that they can beat the Pelicans, and they're down a lot of people. So it's almost like if we can beat them with all those guys, not having those guys, you can beat them with the same type of energy. Okay, what is this? What is going on, Big Q?
Q hungry. He done
Man,
did 15 podcasts today. He hungry.
That's DC's drink. It's fermented pineapple juice.
That look more like you than me. Look at that guy. Got your same beard and everything. That's what you look like when you take that damn hat off, huh? That's why your hairline that? That's why we don't never see you without a hat?
Thank you. Appreciate you.
It's going to go from big Q to ball Q.
I think we all heard you.
Q ball.
Don says the Pelicans are going to lose. He put that down. Many confirmations.
Okay. Well, I say the Pelicans are going to win. And you know why they're going to win, Lex?
Oh, goodness. Speak it.
I was listening to a person
that
was speaking some great basketball on this very podcast. And they said that the Pelicans, hell no. They said that the Pelicans.
What? Okay, who else? Was it when there was the chat was opened up?
Well, it was actually you. You said the Pelicans refused to play the same way every game. So they played like shit tonight. So you know what that means? Nobody's expecting them to win against the Blazers. They're like, oh man, we lost this game with Zion out. There's no way the Pelicans are gonna win. And then they're gonna go in there and win.
I don't know
why. We're gonna come back tomorrow and we're gonna be talking about them good.
Different
and
every night.
Then they're gonna lose the next game.
Okay.
The hokey pokey. That's what we used to call it about 2-3 years ago. The Pelicans played the hokey pokey.
Losing streak.
1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Y'all remember that 10-game losing streak? I know y'all remember it.
We know they had that was
you remember that? Okay.
That was a way worse team though. That team.
Really?
We had Devontae Graham at times being the number one option. Lex, come on.
What?
Come on.
Okay. I was just saying, like,
that's a worse team than this team, even with everybody hurt.
Was always the same. You keep applying on the winning and the losing.
So you think this team that we got now, even with Zion out, as it currently is, you think they would go on a 10-game losing streak?
No, I did not.
Without BI getting hurt?
I was trying to make a point. That is not what I said. Why are you putting words? Oh my goodness.
Just ignore DC. He been drinking spiked pineapple juice.
Mother Tasha,
DC makes
you got all the tutorial videos on how to make
right
it
now.
This from your YouTube channel.
That ain't from my YouTube channel.
Where's Mother Tasha? Bring Mother Tasha up in here so she can pray.
Devin said
because I said the Pelicans gonna win all this. Y'all supposed to be happy and be joyful about that.
We're trying to be realistic.
Where's the togetherness?
We're being realistic. What did everybody see tonight? What did y'all see tonight?
I saw joy and pain. Now I'm gonna get some sunshine tomorrow.
Shout out to DC, man.
You gotta be ready.
It rained already tonight, dog.
You gotta be ready with that. You know, that was a punchline right there. That was a perfect punchline.
I did it earlier today. It was joy.
You gotta the flow and the vibe.
I'm sorry, I'm getting
too busy making that spiked pineapple juice.
You can't be like Willie.
I was chilling.
Look at him pouring that shit up right now.
I was listening to DC's YouTube channel making spiked pineapple juice. I was like,
that's right, Mary Kay, and it's gonna rain. It's gonna be sunshine on Monday, and then it's gonna rain again on Wednesday. See, Mary, get it. You get joy, you get pain, and then you get some joy again.
Indeed, DC, that's true. Well, we had joy the other day, so
right, and then we had pain today. There you go. Now,
DC,
now tomorrow we get our sunshine, and on Wednesday, like Mary said, we gonna get our goddamn rain. So y'all make sure y'all bring y'all sunglasses tomorrow.
This was a good point.
And you bring your umbrellas on Wednesday.
DC, play your guitar, brother. Get your guitar.
Right? No, wait. I'm sorry. What's up, Devin? How you doing? But listen, Stacy pointed out something
You
very
gotta laugh at that shit itself.
Y'all see that? We haven't held anyone under 100 points this season. So
Go
what
ahead,
does that
Stacey.
tell
Shout out
you?
to Stacey, man.
Yeah, thank
What's
you
up,
for that.
Stacey? Appreciate that, brother.
Well,
Stacey be typing
what
his
does that
ass
say
off
to
there.
everybody? What does that say?
That says the Pelicans defense need to tighten up. That's what the hell that says.
I'm glad you went in that direction.
They need to tighten up.
You know, sometimes when you play with joy, you're not upset when people score on you. You know,
Oh my gosh.
it don't make you angry.
Okay,
Because you
let
got
me
to
ask
go down
y'all
on the other
hoopers
court
in
and
the
still be
chat.
joyful.
Who has joy when somebody scores on them?
The Pelicans.
Okay, I'm asking everybody in the chat. This is a personal question.
I don't think the man
I
got
want to see
joy when they
something.
score on him, DC. You going too far. He ain't say that.
Who has joy when they get scored on?
I'm supposed to play with joy and then play without joy in the middle of the game. Which one is it?
The man ain't said nothing about that.
And ladies who hoop, do you all have joy? Anybody?
I enjoy playing the game when I play the game, but at the same time,
You
it's
don't want
fun.
nobody score on you, right?
No, it ain't no joy in that.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Vicky. That don't make no sense. Look, if anything, I'm pissed off even more. Oh shoot. Oh no, I gotta lock him up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Be like, shoot, I gotta let all these fellas know, hey man, Lex can hold her hand. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, ain't none of that happening.
As long as you do it with joy.
No. We doing it with violence. With violence.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Lex. You got about anywhere from 30 to 60 more games before we see that violence, Willie Green up out of here.
DC, just to let you know,
Why
brother.
does it have to take that long though?
Because they're probably gonna let him coach for the whole season and then make a decision at the end of the
That's
year.
really sad. Why are we wasting seasons?
We're not wasting.
If Dennis Allen still isn't fired, I don't have any hope that Willie Green gonna get fired. Come on now.
What are we doing?
We ain't wasting no time. Hey, I'll tell you one thing. We need to get this cleaned up though, DC. DC, listen, bro. All I can say is at the end of the day, man, we need to handle some business, man.
Do you
And
play with kindness, Carlton? Shoot, that makes me think about I'm sorry. Do you play with kindness?
But shout out, man. We gonna get this turned around. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. We got to get it turned around. We ain't got no choice. The Pelicans right now facing a bunch of stuff. And DC, just for you to know, brother, spiked pineapple juice is basically rum.
Yeah, I saw your internet not working good. Just move on to another video.
You punching on something.
Go ahead and play the joy song, man, and close us out. We got to close out every Pelicans loss to the Frankie Beverly and Mays, joy and pain.
Go ahead, DC, sing. Go ahead, sing, DC.
No, because I'm not feeling very joyful. That would go against the theme.
Okay.
Well, go ahead and get your goddamn
little upset that we lost tonight.
Well, get your damn guitar and play along.
Don't go back on it.
Get your damn guitar.
Go back on what?
Croon along.
No, Tramal, we ain't trying to do all that.
About no.
Hokey
pokey. Hey, that's what they do. They do the hokey pokey. 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and then they turn themselves around on the 10th game. Here we come.
Shout out to Frankie Beverly, man. He passed away.
Hey, R.I.P. to that brother, man.
A couple of weeks
ago. Legend.
He
gonna be missed.
Man, shout out to Frankie Beverly. He passed away, man, recently, man. And the city put on for Frankie Beverly down here. They was all dressed.
You seen that they had him in? They brought out a casket for Frankie and everything.
But they went out. They put out for him. And you see Paulson, the reporter that was from down here, the second.
And I thought that was a real funeral. I said, "Damn, Frankie gonna have a funeral in New Orleans? That's wild."
We put out for you down here, man. We handle business, man, down here.
That's what I'm talking about. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Yeah, you better talk that stuff, Stacey, man. Now you speaking my language.
All right, now
you got a little too much joy, Lex.
Yeah, you got Lex.
Too much joy.
Lex, you better temper that joy down here.
He was taking care of business on the day.
Lex, get back angry. Stop smiling, Lex. Stop smiling.
Refrain from joy, Lex. This is not a joyful podcast today. Refrain from joy.
I'm not on the football
no smiling,
field.
Lex.
Too much joy, Lex. Too
happy.
much. Lex, force
Oh,
your joy
hey,
back.
my boys won. My team won.
There's too much togetherness, Lex.
Too
The
much.
Pelicans didn't, but the
Lex,
Ravens did.
Lex,
Shoot,
listen,
what
you gotta
was it,
use
Stacey?
force.
41-10?
Use
41.
force.
Woo, that defense was working.
Lex, please.
And the offense was stellar. Woo.
Lex, please use force to reframe your joy. All right. So anyway, listen, we about to get ready to get on. Use force to refrain your joy, Lex. Thank you very much. All right.
Hey,
be mindful of how much force you use.
We wanted some good news today, right?
That ain't helped me none.
Joyful
That
about
don't do
this
it.
Wait, hold on. Why you say we?
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't Baltimore. Hell, I'm Saints. I'm 7-game losing streak, and plus we lost.
I know you speak good French, Lex, but we.
Hey, we all winners, right? So
actually we lost.
Today.
The Pelicans and the Saints lost.
All right,
boy.
All right,
memory.
Lex, please use force to refrain your joy. All right, so anyway, we're gonna get ready to get on up out of here, man. Listen, I hope y'all guys have fun. I hope we entertain y'all for the night. We're gonna get on up out of here, but hey, we'll return Monday, to recap the Pelicans matchup against the Portland Trailblazers. The third matchup, seeing the Portland Trailblazers. We need to handle that business. Pelicans sitting at 3-4, 2-1 here. We got to take care of business, man. A lot of negatives, but in the pluses, it was good to see some of our guys, the backup guys, Brandon Boston Jr., Jamal Cain, guys like that step up and show out. We'll see what happened with Zion Williamson. If I had to guess, I say Zion doesn't play in this game. DC's right. The hamstring issue is a serious thing. We don't need that hamming up his situation early on. So a lot of issues with the Pelicans, a lot of people down. That's the difficult news. But at the end of the day, a lot of these young guys are getting some good reps to develop early. That's a positive. We just got to keep our head above water.
He's Brandon Boston.
DC.
These are positives.
Yes, DC. Thank you, DC. There you go. All right, DC. I don't have to put rum punch. That's spiked pineapple juice is actually a Caribbean rum punch. You know that though. You like to play stupid, but that's all good. We already know you know.
I don't even drink.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay, we about to get on the body here. I appreciate y'all for being in the stream. Much love to the fam. Lex, DC, much love to y'all. Hey, much love to y'all. We're gonna be back tomorrow to recap the Pelicans victory. I ain't gonna even go there. Pelicans matchup versus the Trailblazers. Thank you, Lex, for reframing your forcing your joy back. Using the force from Willie. All right.
Joy. That's like, hey.
Use force, Lex.
Boy.
Use force, Lex. Use the force.
The joy is taking over.
No, man.
Joy is over.
Look, last game was a loss, and we came back and responded in a big way. A blowout, baby. A blowout.
All right. Okay, Lex.
Down to 10 points.
Okay, Lex. Use the force. Use the force, Lex.
Stellar offense.
All right. Use the force, Lex. Thank you very much.
No,
all right. So
force.
You better use that force. Keep that joy.
I'm using the violence. Come on, man. Violence. No football, a violent sport. Yeah.
All right, Lex got too much going. She got too much energy.
Let's go, Stacey. Let's go, boy. Bring Stacey on. You know what I'm saying? So we can celebrate real quick.
Friday, Lex.
I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm not celebrating. My team stink right now. I'm going my ass to sleep.
I can celebrate on Friday when y'all forgot about this win.
I'm just trying to make it a better night for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
That don't help me no kind of way right there. It actually makes me feel worse because we had a chance to get Lamar Jackson and Sean Payton took Marcus Davenport. That's a whole nother matter. Oh, but anyway, with
the future, Q, we might have a number one pick. Look forward, bro.
I hear you.
I can bring you some joy now.
I don't know.
And Miss Allen might get fired tomorrow.
That's on that part of the equation. We still need to get rid of Mickey. But anyway, with that being said, Mickey need to get up off that GM. I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one, man. Much love. Go Pels. Appreciate y'all.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly die. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You can double, you can press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never. Say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the Pro Shop and Who That too.